Hello guys, and welcome back to another video, and I have a treat for you guys today. I really do. I'm really excited to be bringing to you a channel that I have recently discovered, and I'm not even going to lie, this guy is probably becoming my favourite YouTuber, and I know he's going to be your favourite YouTuber too. In fact, I'm just going to play a clip for you real quick. So, after that clip, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Ludes, where in the fuck did you find this creature? Well, let me explain, because sometimes you don't go looking for these things, they find you. And this channel found me. It was actually in my recommended videos. It recommended a video of his to me, and I was like, let's take a look at this. Now, we'll go and look at the video that was recommended to me in a minute. He's one of these channels that it's clickbaiting, and as you know, I'm starting to make it my my job, if you like, my hobby, whatever, to look at these clickbaiting channels so that you don't have to. So this very clickbaity video came into my recommended, and I gave it a watch, and then I was like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? So I clicked onto his channel to see, yeah, and sure enough, he was clickbaiting the shit out of Resident Evil 3. He had so many videos of a Resident Evil 3 remake, a game that hasn't even officially been announced yet, and they were just stupid titles like Resident Evil 3 Remake, wow, Resident Evil 3 Remake, OMG. None of the videos are very long, and they're just there to obviously get people to click on them, and they're just a pile of shit. And, you know, like I've said before, I've got no real issue with clickbaiting. I know that, you know, it has to be done in order to gain an edge and attract viewers, but you've got to at least have something to do with what you're talking about in your video. And this guy falls into the category of, you know, of not. It's a very, like, Mr. Boss type kind of BS. But the more I looked into this guy's channel, there is more than just clickbaiting going on, man. And I'm telling you, right, we're going to watch, before we watch the video that I got introduced to him by, we're going to watch a different video of his. And many of his videos are like this video I'm about to show you. It is really weird. And I was like, right, so I clicked on his channel, and then I started watching loads of videos to kind of get the gist of this guy. The guy's channel is called Michael Does Life. He has 13,000 subscribers somehow. Now, I get the feeling that he's one of these channels where he deliberately has controversial opinions for clickbait, like, you know this sort, where if a game comes out that's universally loved, like, everyone's like, oh, Resident Evil 2 is an amazing game, then they make 10 videos saying Resident Evil 2 sucks, and here's why. And then a game like Fallout 76 comes out, and everyone says it sucks, and then they'll make a video saying, Fallout 76 is the best game ever, here's why. So everyone gets triggered and instantly clicks on it. Because whether you're clicking on the video pissed off or clicking on the video to watch, your click is still, you know, it's getting their money, so they don't give a shit. But anyway, I've babbled on long enough, and you're going to wish I keep babbling on in a minute, because when we start watching this guy, you're going to be like, oh, Jesus Christ. But, yep, I went down the rabbit hole with this one, and you guys are coming too. So, let's take a look at this absolute fucking specimen.
It's time for a reality check. One that you desperately need. I've tried to tell you guys for weeks that the cracks were starting to show here with this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2. But, you didn't want to listen. 'Cause you were too busy going,
Okay, what? Right, just take a moment for that to sink in. So, he tried to warn us about Resident Evil 2, but we were too busy going, and putting our shirts above our heads. Now, first of all, why would I be doing that? Second of all, if I were to do that, why would I be too busy doing that? It doesn't seem like a very time-consuming act. Like, if you were to come up to me and say, Ludes, I just need to warn you about Resident Evil 2, and I'm like, I ain't got time for that, mate. I'm putting my shirt on my head and going, no, it's not very time-consuming. It only took you a few seconds to do that. I'm pretty sure that I could do that, for whatever reason, and still have time for more things. It isn't time-consuming at all.
Well, guess what? In just a matter of a few days, when you come away from GameStop being disappointed with this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2, guess what? You have only yourself to blame, because you didn't want to listen to me because you thought, oh, Michael's a clown. I want someone else to think for me, but I don't want it to be Michael.
Okay, right, hold up. You're mad because people didn't take your advice because they thought you were a clown. I don't know where they got that idea from, mate. You seem like a proper, like, credible guy to me. You definitely seem like the sort of person I would want to take advice for. Where would people get the idea that you're a clown? Oh, wait, maybe it's because you do shit like this. But you imagine, why would you take advice? I wouldn't take advice from this guy. Imagine if you were, like, getting a mortgage and you go to the bank to talk to a mortgage advisor. You're there to talk about your future for your loved ones, a place that you're going to live, possibly the rest of your life. And then this fucking inbred looking fuck comes out, puts his shirt over his head and goes, I'm not taking advice from you, you fucking weirdo.
Well, here's the thing, folks. I've been with Resident Evil since day one, and I know what I'm talking about. And I know you guys are going to sit there and say, no, you haven't, Matt, you're done. I ain't lying! I'm going to show you right here and right now that I've been with Resident Evil since day one. Look at what I have here. Resident Evil 2, the second disc on PlayStation 1. Resident Evil 2, the original demo.
Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here now. I don't know why he's sort of like saying, oh, I've been a fan of Resident Evil for years or whatever, but you guys are going to think I'm lying. Why would I think you're lying about that, mate? It's pretty plausible. I wouldn't say it's like an exaggerated thing you're saying. If you said to me, I've been a fan of Resident Evil for years, I wouldn't go, huh, liar. I don't get why you're getting so defensive about that. It's totally plausible. I mean, I myself have been a fan of Resident Evil for years, and I wouldn't expect anyone to call me out on lying. And if they did, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't need to, like, pull out all my PS1 discs to prove it. You know, it's a totally plausible thing that you're claiming. If you came up to me and said, I'm not a virgin, then I'd be like, nah, man, you're fucking lying. You're definitely a fucking virgin. I think that the reason that people don't want to take your advice isn't because they think you're a liar and you're claiming to be a fan of something that you're not a fan of. I think the reason that people don't want to take your advice and don't listen to you is because you come across, mate, now don't take this personally, as a bit of a brain-dead cunt. Plus, you look like the sort of person that offers to give people blowjobs for crack, like in an alley behind a Greggs somewhere. And, you know, that's the kind of vibe that you don't want to be giving off if you want people to listen to your advice.
I have here Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. I have Resident Evil 2 Leon. What do you have? Oh, that's right, you have nothing. You're a fake Resident Evil fan. You've only been with Resident Evil since Resident Evil 7. You're like, oh my god, I'm a real fan, Michael. No.
Okay, seriously, what's going on here? Is there any need for him to be doing this? He kind of reminds me of, you know, those flailing arm, waving, wacky tube guy things from Family Guy?
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky waving.
You know the ones, those tube men that flail their arms around like a complete idiot? Yeah, he reminds me of one of them, like a real life version of one of them. It's just, there's no need for it. And the funny thing is that this is, like, he does this in so many of his videos. You should go to his channel and, like, look. This whole waving his arms around, putting his shirt on his head, this isn't a one-off. This is actually his kind of shtick.
You're not a real fan. No one wants to listen to you because you don't know what you're talking about. I know what I'm talking about, and I'm trying to help people from coming away from GameStop being disappointed with this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2. But again, you don't want to listen because you're like...
Okay, mate, look. Hold it right there. I don't think you know what the hell you're talking about. And as for you coming out here and saying, I'm here trying to help people, I think I can speak for all of humanity when I say, we don't want the kind of help that you're offering, mate. We really don't. And if anything, I think it's safe to say, and I'm sure everyone will agree, that it is you that needs the fucking help. You need to be sectioned. You need to be, like, locked away. If you want to help us, go and fucking section yourself, mate, because I think it's unsafe to have someone like you wandering around civilized people. I mean, look at you.
This isn't a remake. It wasn't what we were clamoring for. It's an all-new Resident Evil game inspired by Resident Evil 2 that caters to the Fortnite crowd.
Whoa, hold up. There's no need for you to drop the F-bomb in here, alright? We don't need to be saying Fortnite when we're talking about Resident Evil 2, okay? Let's not be disrespectful. And this guy literally just said, and I quote, "This isn't a remake, it's a new Resident Evil game inspired by Resident Evil 2. Dude, that's what a remake is, you idiot. I think you're getting it confused. What were you expecting, a remaster? This is a remake. Capcom made this game from the ground up. So if you were expecting a remaster or something different, then you're the idiot here, and I won't sit here and listen to you criticize Capcom. Now, you know, there's many things you can criticize Capcom for, but when they finally do something fucking right, which they have done with this remake, don't have a go at them. Have a go at them for some legit stuff. There's plenty of stuff you can have a go at Capcom for, or go pick on someone else. Go pick on Ubisoft or EA or something.
And this game has many, many problems. And I know the narrative is going to be, well, Michael, the demo isn't the final product. It's going to be so much different. It's going to be so much different now.
Seriously, what is the need for this? I mean, other than the fact that you probably burn a shitload of calories every time you make a video. In fact, this would be a good workout video, really, when you think about it. But other than that, I can't really see any benefit for it. And dude, you look like you haven't slept in days. Go get some sleep, man, and get a shirt that fits you, for fuck's sake. I mean, just take a look at this guy.
Bruh, look at this dude. Wait till you see the... No, 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 no.
This is a guy that is, like, mad because you're not taking his advice seriously. And I've got to say this, right? I get that he's probably a troll, and this is probably all an act. But just on the off chance that it isn't, you know, what the fuck? And if it is, still, what the fuck? It's not an excuse if you go, oh no, I'm just doing this as a troll. Well, still, this character that you created was in your head. You're like, I'm going to get on camera and start flailing my arms around like a complete fucking moron. Why? Who thinks like that?
But when you are disappointed, in just a matter of a few days with this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2, you have only yourself to blame, because you're the one that listen.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was a good outro. That makes me, like, feel bad for my outros that I do, man. All I do is, like, play a song, play a clip from the previous video, and put my Twitter username on the screen. Like, that's pretty lazy. This guy, like, fucking, like, takes outros to a whole new level. I do give him some credit for that. That was some creative shit. So, now that you're kind of, like, acquainted with this unique specimen, this creature, I will now move on, because that was just the intro video I wanted to show you. I'll now move on to the video that I found, the clickbaity video that made me click on his channel.
Hey there, hope you're having a fantastic day in your neck of the woods. This is Michael Does Life, and thank you so kindly, folks, for tagging along as we continue to talk about this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3.
Damn, this is the same guy? Listen to him. How is this guy the same guy as this guy? There's a massive difference. It's like he's got multiple personalities living in his head. You've seen the movie Split? It's like that. This guy is that. And when he does all the shit where he puts his shirt on his head, that's him being the Beast. It's completely... It's night and day, isn't it? It's like, this video is like, he comes across completely professional. So you imagine, this was the first video that I came across of his. And then I clicked on his channel expecting to see more videos like this particular video. And I got the shirt on his head flailing arm man. Like, it blew my mind, and this is why I had to make a video on this guy. So this video that I'm showing you now is one of his clickbaity Resident Evil 3 ones. And if you go have a quick look on his channel, he has loads of these Resident Evil 3 remake videos. And I just find it really interesting that he's able to clickbait so many videos on a game that hasn't even been officially announced yet. But anyway, at least he had a professional sounding intro on this one. Let's continue.
But before we get to that real quick, folks, I got an unboxing for you guys. It's Loot Crate. Hey, you can...
Oh, you're one of those cunts, are you? God, I hate you fuckers. Your video's only 2 minutes 30 seconds, and you're spending a good chunk of it talking about your fucking Loot Crate. Jesus Christ, I hate YouTubes like this.
So what's happening with this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3? Well, right now, as of this recording, I will be upfront and honest with you, things have kind of gone quiet.
What? Then why make a video? Surely you have something. If not, why make a fucking video? That's like going to a gig, and when you get there, the band comes on and goes, "Hello everyone, we haven't actually wrote any songs." Then why did you have a fucking gig?
With that said, however, I want to show you something really cool that I think will give us a great idea on what to expect with an all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3. And that's this mod here for this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2. The mods keep coming and coming and coming, and they add so much life and longevity to this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2. And
now hold up, I know you didn't just clickbait me to show me a fucking mod. Tell me that didn't happen. Michael, I trusted you, and you clickbaited me. This is how you repay my trust? oh my god, I can't believe you. And I like the way you're now talking about this adds so much longevity to Resident Evil 2. You were slagging it off before. Now it's fine because there's mods? What? I don't get you. What the I can't believe you actually made a video on a mod that you didn't even create and tried to pass it off as news. Jesus fucking Christ.
Now we have a Resident Evil 3 Nemesis mod featuring Jill Valentine and Nemesis. I'm going to go ahead and let this play out and just show you guys how cool this is.
So let me get this fucking straight, right? You, the guy that's slagging off Resident Evil 2, has decided to make a clickbaity video, several clickbait videos on Resident Evil 3, a game that isn't even out yet. You made a 2-minute 30 video where you spend most of it talking about a loot crate, and in the video you take a camera, you point it at your laptop, you do a Google search, you show us what your Google search has been, and it's like, I can't find anything. I could have done that. I can fucking use Google. And then, with your camera pointing at your laptop, you then type into YouTube a Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis mod, and then you play somebody else's YouTube video of somebody else's mod on your camera pointing at your laptop. Why would I not just go watch that fucking video on YouTube? Why would it? Oh yeah, do you know the best way I find to watch videos is to watch it through someone else's camera on their pointing at their laptop? No! I can't believe how little effort you put into this. The very least you could have done is like what I'm doing here, is you could have downloaded that video and then like put it into your content so we can watch it firsthand. Not like, it's just so fucking lazy. You've done a 2-minute 30 video of you pointing at your fucking your camera pointing at your laptop. I mean, what? Why couldn't you do what I just said? Why couldn't you put more effort in? Oh, let me guess, you were too busy doing this. Yeah, I've heard that that's a very time-consuming thing, so maybe that ate up all your time and you didn't have time to actually edit and put like a proper effort into a video. But yeah, this isn't the only video of his like that. So he doesn't just do the flailing arms t-shirt on his head thing. He also does this lazy point the camera at the laptop type thing. Oh, but not just that. He also does the point your camera at your TV type thing. Oh, these videos are gold. Here, let me show you one.
Well, here we are, folks, with this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2 that caters to the Fortnite crowd. And, bro, I'm about to show you something that is going to knock your socks off. Something that is so unbelievably stupid here in this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2. And I know...
Holy shit, he is hyping this up, man. He already has my attention. This right off the bat already seems like a lot more interesting than the previous video that we just watched.
You guys are going to come away from this and say, oh, Michael, no one cares. Well, take a look at this. Garbage-ass game.
Okay, so you're shooting a zombie that's, like, there for background? What? Who gives a fuck? I mean, yeah, I agree with you, it's not very realistic. Maybe the zombie should die, but who cares? There's plenty of other zombies that you can actually go shoot in the game. That zombie is pretty much there for decorative purposes. I mean, you can't go that way anyway. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, if they patched in, if they went, guys, we've just got a patch coming out now where you can shoot the zombie at the gate at the start of the police station. What's that going to add? Who's going to go, oh, finally, I wasn't actually going to buy the game because I saw this, but now they've patched that in, I'll actually go buy it because that's the whole reason I want to buy the game. It's not going to make a difference, man. It's not a deal breaker. Fucking hell.
We continue along here, and look at the great AI here in this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2. That zombie can't even walk through the door because these millennial devs made this game. They're so lazy. All of this game is basically just Resident Evil 7. They copied and pasted the assets from Resident Evil 7.
Okay, now hold up. I know you're not trying to call these game developers out on being lazy. We've literally, the last 2 videos just watched of yours. One, you did a Google search and filmed your laptop with a camera pointing at your laptop. And now you're pointing the camera at your TV. Like, how are you calling anyone out on laziness, you fucking cunt? I could do your fucking videos. They're fucking easy. Like, not that my videos are too difficult, but like, fucking hell. Like, I don't go around, like, calling people out on laziness apart from you, but then I have the right. I can easily call you out on being lazy because you're lazier than me. But that is fucking ridiculous. I mean, don't get me wrong, the videos where you put the t-shirt on your head and flail your arms, at least you're burning calories, man. I'm not going to call you out lazy on them because that's a good workout. But seriously, also, on a little nitpicking note, I like to nitpick, have you noticed that whenever this guy says Resident Evil 2, he can't just say Resident Evil 2, he has to say this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2?
With this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2. This all-new edition of Resident Evil 2. With this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2. This all-new edition of Resident Evil 2.
With this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2, this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2, in this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2.
Why? We know what you're talking about. You don't need to go, oh, this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2, this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2, this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2. We know you cunt! We know you're talking about Resident Evil 2. You don't need to say this all-new edition. Fucking hell, man. What an arsehole. Like, but yeah, don't be calling people out on laziness when you're like the laziest cunt ever. Honestly, I mean, you mass pump out these videos on a game that hasn't even come out yet, and it's just you, like I say, pointing your camera at a laptop or a computer or doing a Google search, which any fucker that has the internet can do. And we've got to have the internet to watch your shitty video. So I could easily Google it. Coming on here going, oh yeah, I've Googled this, and what's the news on Resident Evil 3? Well, I've Googled it and there's no news. What? Imagine if the news, hello, on the news on TV came on, say, hello, welcome to the news. There is no news. Yeah. Like, no. Don't fucking come up in here and like upload a video of nothing, you dick. And then have a go at game developers that put way more effort into their work than you? Jesus Christ, man. But like I said, he's too busy indulging in his favourite pastime of doing this. But yeah, so that's about all I got on this guy, man. Like, I encourage you to go check his channel out. Michael Does Life. Like I say, to sum up, he's obviously trolling. He's probably a character. Unless he is like this, then he needs to be sectioned. But if you want to watch clickbaity videos of someone pointing a camera at a laptop or a TV, or maybe you just want to watch a guy put a shirt on his head and flail his arms around like a crazy person, then this channel is definitely for you. I mean, I find entertainment in it, to be fair. So, yeah, give him a watch. Anyway, guys, thank you very much as always for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.